In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Hey guys, Society Reviews here with my review of the film Immaculate. Actress Sydney Sweeney has become the new it girl in Hollywood, with the industry strapping a rocket to her career. Believe it or not, this is the third Sydney Sweeney movie released in the last 4 months. Last December, the film Anyone But You was released, drawing over $200 million worldwide on a simple $25 million production budget. Her last film wasn't as successful, as the new Spider-Man spin-off Madam Web was a major flop and considered one of the lowest performing superhero movies of all time. It did not hurt Sydney's newfound star power, however, as she has been all over the media with appearances on Saturday Night Live and other red carpet events. With all that she has accomplished in her young career, Sydney can now also add the title of film producer to her credits as well. The actress talked about trying to get the film Immaculate made for quite some time, even using her appearance in Madam Web to greenlight the project. Hollywood has a very odd relationship with the Roman Catholic Church. As much as Hollywood considers itself an enemy of the teachings of biblical Christianity, the industry loves to use Roman Catholicism as its medium to depict the Christian faith. That alone should raise some red flags with the audience about Hollywood's relationship with the Roman Church, but for the sake of this movie, Immaculate is a retread of the same Catholic formula that we've seen done to death over the last several years. The film stars Sweeney as the character of Cecilia, a convert to Roman Catholicism who has moved to Italy to join a covenant of sisters who have dedicated their lives to the Roman Church. Cecilia assists the other nuns who are in hospice living out their final days here on Earth. One day, Cecilia comes in contact with a nun who claims she has possessed the nail that was used on the cross that Christ was crucified on. After a strange run-in with a group of individuals wearing black robes and red masks, Cecilia wakes up to discover that she has become pregnant despite being a virgin. The covenant believes that Cecilia has immaculately conceived a child just like the Virgin Mary and begins to treat her as a Mary-like figure. Immaculate is no different than the dozen of other Catholic-based horror films that you have seen in the last several years. The film is a cinematic equivalent of a roller coaster that never goes up or down but just travels straight in a line. Whenever Hollywood wants to portray a dark and nefarious side of Christianity, they always pull out Roman Catholicism because Catholicism creates a great ambiance for low-budget horror movies with demonic undertones. The film uses dark imagery and the secrecy of mystery religion in order to set the stage for the film's premise. By blurring the lines, the film is hoping to catch its audience off guard under the guise that somehow they will struggle to tell the difference between biblical Christianity and cult-like religion when it comes to setting up its twists. The film telegraphs its twist with no tension for the movie. Our protagonist is essentially 3 steps behind the audience in terms of figuring out what is going on, giving audience a false sense of suspense. When the plot is revealed, the explanation of the whole setup is so forced it's not even clever enough to justify its existence. Director Michael Moorhan and writer Andrew Lobo do not have much experience on their resume, meaning they don't have much style or vision. As a result, the film is very generic and cookie cutter to the point where audiences are going to be going through the motions rather than experiencing any emotions through the movie. If you're one of those guys who think that watching this film will be worth it just to get a view of Sydney Sweeney's body, you're going to be wasting your time. The actress has shown more skin in episodes of Euphoria than this film, so you won't get your money's worth in that department. As for the actress herself, Sweeney gives a solid performance with very limited material to move with. The film is very lethargic and boring. The adventure throughout the movie hinges on the audience's interpretation of the ending. If you don't like the visuals of watching a demon baby get smashed to death, it's safe to say that this film doesn't have much to offer you. Immaculate is not a terrible movie, but it's certainly not a good movie because it is the textbook definition of mid. I give this film a 2 out of 5.